store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here we go! They'll start on the ground. ETN.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
A shotgun snap and a give to ETN.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
The Jaguars at 7-3 now on the year. And they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
And they'll go again with ETN. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Now Lawrence on first down. Screen play, here's ETN.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
From midfield now, Lawrence. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Play action. Now Jackson sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 37.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Add this gain to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. He will push his way down to about the 14.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson
able to locate Andrews here on the out route.
touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Lawrence. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Hey, watch it.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll be taken down at the 34. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Ravens 7, Jaguars 0.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
Hey, Delta. Bravo.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Off the option, here's Etienne. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Lawrence. And it's caught. And the Jags are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Jaguars are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So we'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or
too deep. Here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now the offense had really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18.
They'll start with a handoff to Dobbins.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Right back to Dobbins on first.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It seems like we have seen this a lot in his rookie year. A nice tackle for a loss.
And the more games he gets under his belt, the better he's gotten. And sometimes you're worried about rookies hitting the wall. Not in this case. This young man runs right through it.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak. It's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
They go play action now. Jackson.
That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll run with Dobbins.
He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at him with the same play, the same set, and see if
and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know their trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. That one complete downfield to Kirk. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. On first down, Lawrence completes it to Evan Ingram. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Hey, exit.
Now Lawrence. Open man right side is Ingram. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Calvin Ridley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to air one out. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
Jackson on first down. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 64 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane. And
I guess I need to clarify. I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. To throw is Jackson. A slant route caught by Bateman. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Ravens have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Lawrence to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 3rd and 1.
Here we go. Come.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Here's Logan Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Now Jackson on first down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Play action. Now Jackson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
The Ravens on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Boy, no chance as he was mad and dropped behind the line there. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. The Ravens send their punter out now, standing just about on his own goal line. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Now Lawrence on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Lawrence. Screenplay, here's ETN. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And able to find Kirk complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with ETN. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Ready to go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Hey, Delta.
On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
3rd and 2, now Lawrence. And one more time, here's Kirk. And the Jaguars are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll run with ETN. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Throwing now, Lawrence. Rolling to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Patterson's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Aluakan. Jackson to throw. Connects with Duvernay. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. It may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Josh Allen in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. He's going to let it fly.
He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football.
We talk about making winning plays, and that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Jacksonville, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they go down to defeat for just the second time in 11 games so far. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos.